there, Wild Things. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Becky, and today we're talking books. We're talking this month's book haul, what books I found at Barnes & Noble's, what books we're going to read, and the 2020 book challenge I'm trying to accomplish. So if you're a reader or you want to join in, watch the rest of the video. Today, when I went to the grocery store, I popped out and went to Barnes & Noble and just grabbed a couple books. I started a 2020 reading challenge. So far on my Kindle app on my phone, I've read 14 books out of the 45 that I'm hoping to accomplish this year. Now, to some that seems like a lot. To me, that's not too much, very much. I've had a really good January and February reading streak. I'm a very fast reader and I really do enjoy reading. It's something that I do for fun and don't really see as burdensome. So I figured while we're all self-isolating, while I'm gonna be in the house a lot, I should try to increase books. Now there's one that I'm gonna have to order off of Amazon because they only had the hard copy in Barnes & Noble, and it's a sequel to a book I've already read, and the book that I own is a paperback, so I want them to be consistent. So I didn't want to buy the hard copy. But anyway, that book is called Alcazar. It's an amazing book series. Cerulean was mind-blowing the first time I read it. I read it this past fall when I was in the UAE. Finished it so quickly. Such a great book. Definitely recommend it. But so these are the books that I actually bought. First book I bought is called Mr. Darcy Takes a Wife, here, by Linda Berdoll. It's supposed to be a continuation of what happens after Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy get together in Pride and Prejudice. Now, I saw a lot of mixed reviews about this online. I am definitely a person that in Barnes & Noble, if I see a book that I like, I'm gonna peruse the back, peruse the insert if it has one, and then flip through some of the chapters and read just snippets here and there to see if I like the writing style or if the text is too big or too small, or just I'm really picky about my books. But this one had a lot of mixed reviews, so I finally just decided to go for it, and I'll see what I think about it myself. I'm really excited to start this one. I think it's gonna be the first one that I read. So the next book I have is called House of Salt and Sorrows. The cover really grabbed me. I thought it was really interesting. If you can't tell, it's like a tide pool. Yeah. I'm definitely one of those judge a book by its cover type girls. Sorry, not sorry. But so this is A House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig, and it seems to be kind of like a murder mystery. I was wondering if like mermaids are involved. I really do like fantasy and young adult fiction. So it's about a girl who's one of 12 sisters, I think, but 4 of them have mysteriously died off, and no one really likes the stepmother, and it just seemed like very interesting. This is a hardcover book, so it was a little bit expensive, but I'm hoping the read is worth it. So again, that is A House of Salt and Sorrows. The third book I bought is called The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black, and she has some other books out, The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, and The Queen of Nothing. I literally devoured those books. I read them again in the fall and read The Cruel Prince. I picked it up in a bookstore, Kinokuniya, I think. Picked it up in the bookstore, thought it was amazing. Wait, I have it, let me get it. This is The Cruel Prince, picked up in a bookstore, thought it was really great, just thought the cover really grabbed me. Finished this book in a number of hours. Found the PDF version of book 2 online, which was The Wicked King. Read it, spent my entire night just awake, just reading this book, and then had to wait some weeks for The Queen of Nothing to come out, which came out more recently, and just devoured them. I know some people really did not like this book series, but I loved it. I just loved the way she writes and the way her character is portrayed, and I don't know, I really kind of clicked with the book and just everything in general, so I thought I'd go for another one of her titles. It is a newer book from what I've seen, but it's in the same type of universe as those other 2 books, the same type, it's like fairy, folklore type stuff, and it's supposed to be in the same universe about two kids kind of in the mythical mystery forest type thing. So I'm also looking forward to this book actually a lot. I will probably save it for last because I just know I'm gonna like it. The last book I picked up for this month is called Damsel. Now this one really just grabbed me by the cover. I'm really much a cover whore. Like if your cover has something on it that I think is gross, like snakes, I'm probably not gonna pick up your book just because I just can't. But a really intriguing cover is definitely gonna make me grab your book. And again, this one is another young adult fiction. Still in the same vein, I've kind of got a theme going for this month with like fae and fairy and folklore. This one is about a prince that slays a dragon and wakes up a damsel in distress, but the damsel in distress doesn't realize she's been rescued and doesn't has amnesia about everything that's happened to her in her past, and just I'm not doing a very good job explaining this book, but she wakes up as she knows nothing, has no memory of where she came from before she was captured by this dragon or before she was rescued, and it's just what am I doing here? Who are you? What if I don't want to be a princess? What's going on? So I think that's just gonna a super interesting premise and twist on the traditional fairy tale that's going on. So anyway, these are my 4 physical books, and then I've also on my Kindle been rereading the Laurel K. Hamilton, Anita Blake Vampire Slayer series. I think I'm on book 5 or 6. I really liked that series growing up. Surprise, surprise. Again, something like mystical, fantasy, definitely. Plus, Anita just totally resonates with me. She's so kick-ass. I do not think that those books or that series is considered young adult fiction at all. It's got some very explicit scenes in it. She is a cop, so there's a lot of murder mystery, but I just love that series as well. So I'm going back through it because new books are being published all the time, and I think there's 20 of them now, and I stopped reading back at 9 or 10. So I just want to catch up, so I'll also hopefully be counting off a couple of those books as well. So that's 4, 5, 6, potentially 7 books for me to finish in a month, which I think is super doable. For some people that's not. For me, that's maybe 2 weeks of reading, so we might check back in later this month and see if I finished all the books or not, or you just have to wait and look forward to the April book haul. Oh, I also have this book that I've been reading. I started it. It's called Girls in Paper of Fire by Natasha Ngan. I'm guessing that's how her name is spelled, or it's Ngan. So I don't know. This is how it's spelled. Look that up. It was really interesting premise. Paper girls, again, it's fantasy and young adult fiction. Paper girls are something easily torn, existing only for others to use and discard, and they're really beautiful. They're kind of concubines in this world where people are half demon, half human, and they're pure human, these gorgeous whatever girls that are sent to the king. And I thought it was a really interesting premise. I wanted to know where the book goes, because the inside cover doesn't really tell you so much, but again, really interesting cover, so that definitely grabbed me. I got, as you guys can see, maybe a third of the way through the book and just put it down for something. Maybe I was traveling or just busy or whatever, and never picked it back up again. I have no idea why. I even meant to take it on my trip to Alaska and just didn't. I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to get through the rest of this book. It is well paced and does move pretty quickly, so this will be something I'm hoping to also accomplish this month. And yeah, that's my March book haul. It's a handful or armful of plethora of books. We've got so many that I love to read. So I'm really excited to get reading. I'm actually probably gonna go start a book now with a little bit of beverage and probably some sweet and salty popcorn. If you are interested in joining my book challenge, I'm trying to get through 45 books this year, more if I can. So if you're looking to start a book challenge of your own, if you have maybe 5 books that you want to get through this year, or 10, or want to join in my 45, make sure you take a picture of your books and tag them Books with Bex on your Instagram or on your Twitter or whatever. I'd be really interested to get book recommendations from you and see what you're reading. Thank you so much for watching this channel. Don't forget to click the subscribe button down below so you can see what I'm reading next, as well as other videos and content that I'll be making while I'm alone in my house. So I don't eat all my snacks and get bored. Thank you so much. Make sure you follow and like my socials. They're linked down below, and I will see you guys